Hello. Today I thought I'd give you a little tip about knitting in the round, which is my favorite way of doing a project. I like it much better than knitting flat. But there's a hazard when you first go to join your two ends after you've cast on, and that is these things right here, this twist. And on a small project such as this, it's very easy to see the twist. But when you are working on a sweater and say you might have a couple hundred stitches on, it can very easily, a little twist will happen, and then when you join it and you're knitting along, all of a sudden you find it and you have to rip back and start all over again because it's really hard to fix. And if you do kind of finagle a way to fix it, it doesn't look right. So let's just not have that happen in the first place. So what you're going to do, whatever your pattern tells you, you're going to do your first row, but instead of joining it, you are going to knit flat. So say we're going to do a 2x2 rib on this. So I'm just going to, instead of starting over here, I'm going to start here and just knit the 2x2 rib flat. And through the magic of video, I will be back with you in just a minute. Okay, so here I am in the last two stitches on this row. Now, when you go to put these two ends together, you can easily tell how it's supposed to lay. And it's much more difficult to get it twisted. So what you'll do is you'll take a look and make sure that indeed everything is all lined up, and then you join your rounds. Now, a little trick I learned also is, and this goes the same with if you're using double point needles and you don't want the ladder, you do your stitch and then you tighten it, do your next stitch, tighten it, maybe do one more, kind of tug it, and then you're good to go. And you continue on around. Let me do a couple more stitches so I can really see. Okay, so here we have our pattern, and then this is where it wasn't, where we should have started right here, but we didn't. So we have that extra stitch. So what I do then is I take I wait and do this when I am weaving in the ends, or I do it in the beginning, but I just take a little hook and I will take that yarn and just pull it through. And there you have it together now. And then this will just get woven in like normal. So that's what I do anytime I'm knitting in the round. I've had a couple of people ask me, excuse me, why when I cake my yarn that I go from the outside, not the inside. And there's a couple reasons. One is because in the inside, I usually have the yarn tag, the label tag I will stick in here so I know what I'm working with. Also, if I know I'm not going to use this whole skein of yarn, I don't want to start from the middle and then have a few, a little bit of scraggly things that fall in and it doesn't keep its shape. So if you start from the outside and go in, then when you're done, you still have like this ball of yarn, those skeins start out like this, but I can still just easily use it. So that is another little extra tip. So I hope this helps you guys when you're knitting in the round, and keep on creating.